Hello, all you beautiful babes in soul land. Are we going to go on a channeling message today? I think we are. I'm pretty sure, and I missed Freedom Friday, but everybody, every weekday is Freedom Friday. Every day is Freedom Friday if you look at it that way. We are in Suddenly Saturday, and it was Suddenly Saturday for me, and we're going to go into Soul Surfing Sunday. So I'm going to incorporate Friday because I had the cards pulled and I just couldn't get on because they were hooking up my new fiber optic. I'm streaming now with fiber optic, so I'm hoping it'll be a lot better. So we got the fiber optic yesterday. We got all that good stuff. And it was funny how everything has been kind of flowing that I've been trying to let flow because my other connection for the internet, that was the day I paid it. And that was the last billing cycle was yesterday. And I waited, they deducted the bill and we got it hooked up. And I called them and I said, yeah, I'm going to cancel because I am. So she tried to talk me into all kinds of stuff, but I'm like, no way. With satellite, you lose your connection with a raindrop. So no, we went to fiber optic and that's energy. We are all going to be going to fiber optic, I'm sure, in the future because that is through the air, the energy. They're going to use the elements of our world to fix it. That's what we're going to do. Now, we've got, and I got to get my glasses or I ain't going to see nothing when I read. We got 9/6 of 2024, which was Friday, Freedom Friday. It was a 23, which is a 5. And then we had 9/7 of 2024, which is today, which is suddenly Saturday, and it's a 24. And you add those two together, you get a 5 and a 6, and then you get an 11, which is a master number. It doubles the energy of the channeled message. So when that doubles in the energy, the 11, we leave it because 11, 22, 33, 44 are all master numbers. So they double in their energy. And then we've got 9/8 of 2024, which is Soul Surfing Sunday. It's a 25, which goes to a 7. 7 is the number today that we are going to talk about for a moment. And I hope everybody's doing amazing. We have just a beautiful, gentle rain going on. I've been out in it all morning. So I had to do some things, and I don't mind going out in the rain when it's like this. And it was nice. It felt refreshing. So we just got a nice kind of drizzly, rainy, beautiful day out going on in Florida. And I thought it'd be a perfect day to introduce us to our new cards, which I got yesterday also. Yesterday was like Christmas in September. I got all my good stuff that I wanted and then some. Now we're going to start off with we're going to leave the 11 alone for a while because the 11, there's nothing more to say about the 11. It's a master number. So we're going to leave the 11 alone. We're going to go to the 7 because we did get the card 7 too. We got the 34, which goes to a 7. So 7, our reading is with the number is connected to the 7. Number 7 indicates that you should only trust the magic of your heart. You will be given the gift of a light that makes a deep connection between you and the mysteries of your life. Over the next few days, fill your soul path with love, even more than usual. Love every moment, love everything and everyone, and you will become the magic of your heart. The energy field of the number 7 is like a gateway of light. It is death, birth, magic, light, and the completion of a stage in life. Number 7 brings new soul paths. Yeah, we are going to talk about a few things today. We are going to talk about the alter ego. And we are going to talk about the second self because nobody's really touched base on the second self. We all have a second self in there. We got a wee bit of devil inside of us all. It's not all goody goody and then some. But we did get in the Soul Helper Oracle, you are unique, be brave, a little crazy, but be yourself. And I love this for us today because I'm going to say that you've got people you're meeting all around you, and they're not staying or they're not on your level at that point. We're leveling up, and we have to kind of go with the flow with people because there's a lot of people that are not leveling up. There's a lot of people that have no idea what's going on in this world right now. And then there's people that have an idea, but they're ready to see the truth that they've been learning. And is it the truth, or is it all a psyop? This we have to think about, okay? Because I always say we are all unique in our own way. There is no other fawn out there. There is no other Bill out there. There's no other anybody out there. Just you. You are unique. Everybody has likes and dislikes similar, but you have to be real with yourself. Now, I noticed that people have different personalities when they're doing different things. So that is your second self. My oldest brother was a alcoholic. He was always recovering, but he was always going back into it. And we always said, we loved Big Robbie. We loved Big Robbie. He was fun. He was happy. He was loving. He was this. But we didn't like Little Robbie. Little Robbie was the drunk that had to listen to music loud, had to be obnoxious, had to be fun with everybody. Everything had to be fun, 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 fun. But his fun was not funny to somebody that's straight, looking at him going, geez, oh man, you're kind of a mean. And you could see it in their eyes, like their soul changed, like their attitudes change. I've been to parties before where everybody was drinking beer and they were playing the guitar and the harmonica and they were singing and they were smiling. Everybody was having a great time. Then the Jack Daniels bottle or the whiskey bottle comes out and people start passing it around. I was sober that day. I wasn't drinking. I had just got off of work. I was at the party, all kinds of friends. And as that bottle of Jack Daniels went around to the people that were happy drinking and playing guitar and harmonica, they got mean, cranky, funny, and separated. So you got 15, let's say 15 people around a fire singing and enjoying and laughing and having a blast, drinking a little bit of beer. But then the whiskey comes out and all the personalities change. There was certain people I didn't know that were sad and lonely when they were drinking. They never acted sad and lonely to me. They had a full-time job. They were always happy. But when they got really drunk, another part of them come out, the part that I will never find someone, and I am so lonely I could die. That I've witnessed it. I've literally witnessed it on people, and it's interesting. So that's why we need to kind of talk about the alter ego. That I looked up alter ego to see what they said about alter ego. We know what alter ego is. Alter ego is a person's clone or a second half of them. So yeah, that is kind of scary when you think that a person has two sides of them. They have their real person uniqueness and beautiful that the creator gave them. And then they have that dark side that has to come out with alcohol or drugs or personality wise or abuse or whatever it may be that you went through or we all went through. That dark side is still there. It's still agonizing to get back out. We have to hold the light now that we've seen our dark side. No, people have seen dark sides of people, and they can either like them or dislike them. I mean, it's either or, but we all have a dark side. We have to learn when that dark side comes out, how to fix the trigger of that dark side. Me and my husband quit smoking cigarettes 3 years or 2 years ago. In August, it was 2 years. Still crave. We still are sitting here wondering, oh man, I'd love to have a cigarette right now. I have friends that smoke. It's like, I'd love to have a cigarette, but I won't. I won't do that to myself. That's like sabotaging myself, and I won't do that. I feel so much better not smoking. I smell better. I just feel better. I'm not always looking for a cigarette, to light a cigarette to solve my problems. And that's what it is. It's a nervous condition because when I quit smoking, I chewed a lot of bubble gum. a long time ago, so I wouldn't gain weight. This time I didn't chew bubble gum and I gained about 20 pounds, which pissed me off. But hey, I'm not a smoker. Okay. I can lose the 20 pounds. It's easier than quitting smoking, trust me. It is often the very people who recognize their own uniqueness who feel lonely or like outsiders. Having recognized their one otherness and wanting to live according to it, they make the mistake of thinking that other people will not understand or want anything to do with them. However, this is an illusion born of past experiences, with its roots in childhood or perhaps even much earlier. These experiences have served to strengthen you, helping you to recognize your uniqueness and to live it to the full. You have now reached the point on your soul path where you will find the strength within you to banish these illusions and find the truth that lies behind them. It is the people who remain true to their nature who change this world, make it a more joyful, peaceful, and colorful place. Celebrate yourself and your individuality and give it more space in your life. Be crazy, be brave, be yourself, and live your differences. Your uniqueness will give you a gentle dignity and irresistible charisma. If you are ready to accept yourself just as you are, you will discover wholeness, a sense of fulfillment. Accept that you are unique, acknowledge your otherness or difference, and in so doing, become fulfilled and free. Give yourself space and allow yourself to let go of anything that no longer serves you. Everything in your past has matured into wisdom, allowing you to live according to your creative nature. Be the embodiment of joy, the magnificent and free, and exclude everything and anyone and everyone standing in your way. Do it now and without delay. Your helpers for the next 21 days, the power animal is the phoenix. The herbal essence is patchouli, the healing crystal is peridot, and the number is 7. Now, the phoenix does not surprise me. That is the phoenix rising from the ashes. That is the person that has been knocked down so many times that now they're ready to be real and be themselves, and they will not be as knocked down by anybody. They will walk in like they know themselves and they're confident, not cocky, not showmanship or showwomanship, just unique, just not more special than anybody else. I'm just my uniqueness is my special talent, but you have uniqueness in your special talent. Everybody wants to have somebody else's talent because they think it's really cool. Well, it is cool, but we all have to go on our own journey. Nobody's journey is the same. We're all got that dark past hang up. It's still hanging on. And we have to learn how to release it and let that beautiful uniqueness show. And she's shining, pink hair, pink's love. I mean, it is just love. And she's just loving herself. But when you see people like this, you think, oh God, she's just, look at her. She just thinks she's all that and then some. It's not that. It's that when you change, you start to look beautiful, more beautiful to people. You shine more and you feel more. And all I can say is we've read the 7, so we know what the 7 is. We only should trust the magic of our heart. And that is very true. Our heart will lead us to the still waters that we need to be at for our own person. We're all different on different journeys. We really have to remember that. That is a big holdback on people because sometimes they feel that there is nobody that understands them around. There is nobody that understands you because you are completely unique in your own way. They might understand some things, but not everything. And you think, why don't they see it on my level? Because they're not on your level. We're all on different levels. We just have to start releasing the alter ego and the self and start joining in the life of the world, the making it better. And I'm going to read this one first. I always let the spirits guide me when I'm grabbing these cards. As you noticed, I've been really feeling into the energy of the cards and trying to let them call out the where the story has to begin and where the story has to end, because this is all the collective story. You will find bits and pieces of you in my journey, in someone else's journey, in your journey. We will have people come into our lives and they may not stay very long, and it's nothing personal. They just have more of a journey and more information and leveling up that they need to do around different types of people. So that's what that is. And if you're not finding the people that believe in the magic, go to a metaphysical store, go to something like that and start chatting with people. Get with your own crowd a little bit, but free flow with everybody. Learn to accept everybody's uniqueness and don't step on toes, because the alter ego, the second self, can step on toes. And that second self really doesn't give a shit. And we need to give a shit. Oh, we got in the human spirit oracle, number 7. All aboard. Where are we going? Where's this journey going to take us? Next stop, with so many causes, protests, and ideologies, nowadays it is so easy to hop aboard the newest trend and fund me campaigns. It is important to understand that not every cause is what's best for us all. Knowledge is power, and if you are feeling like hopping aboard a cause, have your facts, which in this day and age might be harder to find them, one would think. It is greater to be passionate for the world and to have a passion for change, but be sure it is the type of change that benefits humanity. By humanity, I mean the world and the earth as a whole, not just you, your family, or neighborhood. We aren't saying don't mow your neighbor's lawn or don't volunteer at the co-op. But when a cause limits the rights of others or dictates the choices of people, then let's get knowledgeable about all the facts. Let's do our research from reputable sources, because Uncle Jess is a great person, but how many books has he read in the last year? With social media blaring at you with what you should believe and support, it is hard to sometimes find the right track to the best train out of the station. I was just talking about this the other day, these charities and stuff. Be very careful. I worked as a phone solicitor. I was your morning happy camper work person that blared your phone at 9 o'clock and wanted you to donate to us. And people would ask me, because there was back things. I mean, if they were crying, if they were upset, like for religion, we had to go to another page. And if they're still crying and upset, we got to go to another page because they need to buy something, buy a book, donate to your favorite minister, do this, do that. Don't do that. I mean, save your money. If you're going to help something, I'm sure you see homeless people in your neighborhood all the time. Go buy a couple blankets and hand them out. Or if your cupboard has 100 blankets you want to donate, go give them out. There's plenty of people that would just love to have something like that. We see homeless all the time. Me and my husband will stop and buy them something at McDonald's, or hand them a couple dollars, or I prefer to buy them something because I don't want them to take the money and go buy drugs. So yeah, I prefer to like hand them like something and just, but they are all our brothers and sisters. They've just come upon hard times. And I'm sure if we talked to some of those people and found out their stories, their stories wouldn't be that they want to sit on a curb and beg from people. I really doubt it. I am going to go kind of deep in this today because we got some really interesting cards. And I know that a lot of us are having difficulty going through this dark night of the soul, the ego, the releasing of the past. That is the hardest thing. I've had people that cannot clear their mind and they cannot meditate. Don't let your mind get carried away with illusion of the outside world. You have to go within. So let's say that you're feeling lonely, you have no friend, you're just sitting there and you're like, God, I wish I had a friend to talk to or just somebody. Guess what? Dude, it's not in a physical avatar, it's in your physical avatar, but is the Christ consciousness within. And once you start honing in on that and actually talking to the Christ consciousness within, you will start to actually love yourself and love being with yourself. We get to the point where we don't even want to be with ourselves. We're like so bored. I mean, what could you show me that I don't already know? A lot of things. A lot of things. You could just see something and get so interested in that, but you were never interested in it before because we're all evolving. This is the Golden Future Oracle. And I wanted to read this after what I just read. The Be Unique and All Aboard. We're going on a journey, the train, and the uniqueness. This train is picking up your uniqueness, not your other self. You're going to leave that at the boarding. You're going to take your unique self and listen to yourself and work on self. That's not being rude to somebody. That is getting all your thoughts in order because our thoughts have everything to do with how we believe. We got the 27, which is a 9, and 9 goes into itself. The 12 chakras, follow your ascension path. And I felt that this was a really important card for us to get because I was like, once I started, I never know what it's going to channel, what is going to channel through me. And I start to, as I'm channeling the cards and they are telling me through the cards what I need to do, it's like they just start the journey and start the story. You know, all aboard, get your unique self here because you've got 12 chakras and you need to follow your ascension path. That's what we're on right now. We are on an ascension path and it's hard. It's bumpy. It's not all downhill with a smooth ride. There's those bumps and hills and things, but what are you learning from the bumps and the hills and the detours? Because that's your story, not mine, not Johnny Go Lately over there, not Susie. It's yours. You have to be the storyteller in your own story. By 2032, our planet is to become fifth dimensional. So everyone will have their 12 chakras in place, open and active. Your silver earth star chakra below your feet. Ensure that you are living according to your divine blueprint. Your platinum base chakra means you always feel totally safe and you trust you are looked after. Your pink sacral attracts only loving relationships, while your orange navel activates cooperation and oneness. Your golden solar plexus brings forward your confidence and wisdom, and your white heart opens you to love. Your royal blue throat chakra enables total honesty and integrity. Your crystal clear third chakra offers enlightenment, and your transparent crown assists you to connect to the stars. Above them, your transcendent chakras glow. Your white casual opens the door to the angelic worlds. Your magenta soul star empowers your soul journey, and your orange stellar gateway connects you to your monad, your divine spark. In the golden future, everyone will radiate high frequencies from their 12th, 5th dimensional chakras. This card reminds you that every single choice you make affects the light your chakra emits. Archangel Metatron is overseeing your ascension process and that of the planet. He watches over you as your 12th, 5th dimensional chakras move into place, open and are activated. When this happens, you live in peace, love, and cooperation with others and with integrity and good intentions. Make choices that are harmless and supportive. Your guidance is to check that you are living in accordance with the highest principle of each chakra. Then tune in to the Archangel Metatron. Consciously open your chakras and ask him to run his golden orange light through them into the earth. He reminds you that when you act with higher consciousness, you automatically attract abundance and support from the universe. That is what we need to do. We need to attract the higher consciousness. We got to get hold of ourself. It's that pink uniqueness, the pink chakra, the one that just loves herself and not ego loves, just loves because she knows the Christ consciousness is within her. And she's telling everybody else, all aboard. All aboard. Let's get your chakras aligned. Let's get going in this. You know, I can remember years ago before I went on this journey that I'd get bored. Oh my God, I'd be so bored sometimes. I didn't know what to do. And you just do nothing. You just kind of like stare off in the blue wild, not knowing nothing, just going with the flow of the world. And then one day you kind of wake up and say, there's more to this than I ever understood. There is way more to me than just an avatar body. It's like, I don't care if people have bad opinions about me. That's okay. It is, because they're working on their higher self and they might be intimidated by me. I just might not be their energy connection, whatever it may be. I might have said something that boo-booed their Band-Aid. I don't know, but those aren't the people that I'm supposed to connect with. We all have a journey. We all have certain people. We have our peeps. We have our soul family that's coming back and they're asking for help. I'm guiding you guys back to each other. We all have to get back to that galactic connection, that beautiful spark. Could you imagine if we all like just dove into the divine and we all seen our beautiful, magical crystal spark that was no other than you? That was your beautiful crystal spark. And you don't get bored anymore. You know, when you're sitting there, a lot of times I'll be going down the road and I like loud music. I like music, but I'll turn mine off and I'll just let what flows flow within me, because that is the creator talking to me. That is the mother, the father, and the inner child. That is my whole other half. And then I have that unique spark that no one else has. So I heightened that. And now, could you imagine if all of our unique sparkles came together? It would be like Source on steroids. It'd be like, it'd just be out there. It'd be like the best 4th of July you've ever seen in your life. It would be golden and beautiful. I could just picture it. We are going to go to the messenger oracle because, now that we've dove into the uniqueness and the chakras and things that we're trying to align with ourselves, there's some other things that we have to go through in our awakening, and we have to figure out what needs and what is necessary. We all have a lot of junk we've been collecting, but what do we need and what is necessary? Night and day exist within the very same moment. Creation and destruction wear the same face. You only see one of the other because you are not seeing the whole. What you may see as harmful, another may believe to be good. All is based upon perception. In nature, all occurs according to need and necessity. Not right or wrong. Ask yourself, is there a genuine need to act? Is change necessary for your continued well-being and happiness? If the answer is yes, then act. If the answer is no, then do not. We have to ask ourselves these kind of questions. And what's interesting about this is we've got the raven, the raven from the ash is the eagle. We have the eagle of wise, the yin and the yang. The masculine and feminine, the moon with illusion, sun with that will brighten up the illusion and let you see. She doesn't need her eyes to see. She's in all nature. She's got her third eye completely open and her eagle above her, watching over her and guiding her. And the white feathers is the angels all around. But look at the glow around these, protecting from the angels. The gold and the dark. Yeah, all of these are very distinct messages for your journey today and this weekend. Uh, because this is a very special one. See the signs. If you came in here today, there was a reason why you came in here. If I popped up on your screen, there was a reason I popped up on your screen. Not to be your bestie, but to be an enlightened teacher in your life and also a student of yours. If there's something you can offer all of us that we don't have because you're unique in your own way, you got to find your own uniqueness. And I'm going to read this and then I'm kind of going to go over that. See the signs. We are often sent small signs in the form of synchronicities and coincidences. Be watchful. Do not overlook them in the everyday rush of life. Words, numbers, and symbols that repeat, animals and birds that appear on your path, people who come in and out of your life at odd or similar moments, and those flashes of knowing when you believe something will happen, when every fiber of your being. These are all things you are meant to see and hear, messages from Gaia and Great Spirit sent to aid your journey. I want you to look at this, okay? I'm going to tell a little story right now. I am bored. I have nothing to do, okay? I have nobody. I don't know who to talk to. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to let the dark and light guide me. And I'm going to use the masculine and feminine for my answers and how to protect them. And you're going to use the angel messages that are coming in that they know that you can handle this, because she is not seeing it through her eyes. She's seeing it through her intuition, her third eye. And the eagle is guiding her because the eagle has wise perception. This is see the signs. Everything is a sign. You've got the light and gold and the sun. You've got the dark and the moon. You've got the dark wolf, which is wise. It guides you through the darkness. And then you've got the lion that will protect you in the sunlight when the day comes and they can see. And then you've got the golden egg. It's protected by a web of energy. And then you got this little guy up here. It looks like maybe a dragon or something protecting you. All nature is woven around man, and man has a mask on with his third eye open. So this tree is protecting the man. The angel, the white wings, the angel message. The angels are all around us. The butterflies, they're out of the cocoon and they're floating around looking. And the one's in the dark and the other one's in the light. The purple is your intuitive, and the golden is when you can see the light. Practice this with yourself. If you have to go over and watch this a couple times, I want you to watch it a couple times, because this message is very direct right now, and it is a guide for your journey. Everybody's journey. This is a collective message. I always tell everybody to be their self. You have to pull your uniqueness out, and don't tell me you don't have one, because you do. You have a spark that no one else has, that little magic spark, and you got to get on board, all aboard. And you got to start working on yourself, chakras. We got to figure out what our needs and necessities are, and we have to see the signs. When we start watching for signs, we'll get the synchronicities, you know. It's like you met somebody mysterious somewhere and you just didn't feel comfortable about them, you know, and you got away from them. And the next thing you know, they harm somebody or something. That's that intuition saying, no, walk away. It's a trickster. Go this way. Oh, of course you would. Jeez. 2 cards down in the pit of the floor. Okay. I am not reading that one right now. That one has to stay for a minute because there is some grief and discomfort going on here in this reading today. Okay, now we got some interesting cards from the angels and ancestors, and then we got the Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. You know, everything has been telling us, and my mood ring is green, so you guys be Earth. Everything is telling us we've got to stay grounded, because being grounded is what calms you down. It calms those triggers down. Have you ever had a trigger where you just wanted to just go ballistic on somebody? You know what? Take your shoes off and walk outside. Just walk away for a minute, or go stand outside and do some deep breaths. You'll get over that trigger moment. It's your trigger moment, not theirs. They didn't realize, sometimes they don't realize they triggered you. And then if they do realize it, then they were trying to trigger you. So either way, take time to connect deeply with the energy of the earth so that you can feel supported and make decisions based on strength and integrity. The Earth Guardian represents the angels of Earth who bring the medicine of feeling grounded and strong. They are the protectors of the land and planet and can help you connect with your mission. Here and how you can support the evolution of the planet. The Earth Guardian on the card is a beautiful part angel, part elemental, who is non-binary, showing that they are a divine being without a human gender. Their staff, adorned with a dream catcher, shows that they have the capacity to help you ground your dream in reality. It's important for you to take a grounded approach to your current situation. If you are rushing ahead or making a decision based on your more fearful response, take some time to calm down and get grounded before proceeding further. Breathe, relax, and connect with your center. Then consider what to do. It's important to plant seeds that are going to grow into something beautiful rather than turn into a weed you have to deal with. I am seeing that a lot of us, need to do some earthing. Now it's raining down here in Florida, but I still do some earthing. I still will go out later if it isn't just drizzling too, I'll go out in the rain and I'll walk the grounds with my bare feet. Even if you can only get out 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, a minute a day, whatever you can do to get grounded, go ground yourself. Don't make excuses, because that's just going to keep you all cranky and stuff. Yeah. And confused. And we don't want to be confused. We want to be grounded in earth, because we are all part of earth, really. I mean, it's just beautiful. We're in a beautiful time right now, but we're in a beautifully confusing time right now. And we got the seer, see beyond the current situation. Look beyond your current situation, raise your vibration and focus on love. Most, if not all, tradition have a seer in some shape or form. Seers are the intelligent and intuitive beings who serve as direct channels for information on what's occurring now and what's about to unfold. Their energy isn't about predicting your future for you, but about showing you how your intentions are creating it. A true seer will help you see that your intentions can change. Therefore, so can your future. The message of this card is to let the clairvoyant within you rise up so that you can see the way forward yourself with your spiritual eyes. Clairvoyance isn't just about predicting the future, it's about being able to see clearly enough to create your best future. You are being encouraged by your ancestral guides and angels to see beyond what you think is happening now. Don't allow your ego or doubts to play games with you. Instead of seeing yourself as stuck or lost, know you're in an energetic holding space while the universe recalibrates a path that is more favorable for you. Angels of light are upgrading your energy so that your experiences can be more enjoyable. You are moving towards something extremely uplifting and enlightening. So stay calm and keep your eyes on the prize. I guess she told us. I mean, that's just, I've been saying that all along. If we are confused right now, if we are not making friends right now, if we are feeling like alone right now, you are not alone. We are not alone at any time. You know, I have never felt better being alone in my life. I was scared to be alone. I was never alone. When I got alone for 3 months, oh my, I totally found myself. It was like I was lost, but then I found myself. And once you find yourself, there ain't no going back. Never. Because this is the she wolf. Unleash the wild within. Let your wild side up and out. Unleash your talents and your desires. She wolf represents a shamanic archetype, and this illustration is inspired by several cultures. Depicted as half wolf and half woman, she is alpha female who is not afraid to stand out from the crowd, or in this case, pack. She is wild, unfiltered, and unfettered. She encourages you not to be trapped by the limiting factors of weaker members of the pack, or those who are trying to hunt you down because you have gifts they don't like or understand. She represents the energy of the wildness and of the wilderness and the unknown, and encourages you to be free and unchained and go beyond boundaries. Release the animal energy within and track down what you need to do to express your true self. First card we had, you are unique. Be brave and a little crazy, but be yourself. Everything has been about self today. I couldn't have steered it that way. It just happens. Channeling message you can't steer, they just channel through. You are being rewild at this time, guided to reconnect with your rebellious heart, the part of you that likes to break boundaries and go beyond them completely. If you've been holding back on your hopes or dreams, you're being encouraged to chase after them now. Let the wolf energy within help you track down what directions you want to go in. And don't let any traps or hunters get in the way of your freedom or your growth. The life you want is here. The life we want is here. but we have to direct it and plan it and ground it and live with it and create it, because we are the creators of this 3D space that we're in. Earth School is here. We are going to go to the Dreams of Gaia. The Dreams of Gaia is calling us because we did get some very interesting cards that come out. The first card that we got was a number 13, and it's Union, and Union came in upside down. So Union, there's a blockage with the Union card. Let me When the Union card appears reversed, it represents fear and need, two things that can destroy harmony and peace within all aspects of our lives, especially our relationship with others. If you are lonely and seeking a partner to assuage the loneliness, you are likely to found your relationship upon need and fear. You may build it upon an unstable foundation that has the potential to develop into dependency relationship built upon need, as opposed to those where two who are whole come together as equals are all too often destined to fail. Ask yourself, do you want a relationship right now that is the meeting of two minds and hearts as equals, that is fear of doubt and free of doubt and insecurities that erode and weaken the bonds of love? If so, would it be better to first have a loving relationship with yourself and address the doubts and fears so they are no longer the driving force or motivation for seeking a relationship? The Union card reverse suggests you stop looking for wholeness within your relationships and instead find it within yourself. Give to yourself all that you would give or wish to receive from another. Be your best friend. Be your own lover. Be happy and at peace in your own company, and you will never be lonely again, whether you are with someone or not. That, my dear friends, is very true. If you are not there loving yourself yet and respecting yourself and being your best friend, and you love who you are, you're not ready yet. Because if you're looking for need because you're lonely, you're this, you're this, you're this, and I'm just looking for some friends, and I'm just looking for a lover, and I just need somebody. Guess what? You haven't found yourself yet. So go off, meditate, look at your surroundings, look in the mirror and reflect. What do you want to change to make your life unique and happy? And build from that. When you start building that and finding yourself and start loving yourself again and looking in the mirror every morning and smiling, not just saying it, you will be united with self. And when you're united with self, you walk with confidence, you feel confidence, you walk with a smile, you change the reflection you had on yourself, and you will find that right person. They will flow to you like water flows downstream. And that is true. That is a true story, seriously. Okay, now with that reversed, we got the Chariot reversed in the Wild Reflection Tarot deck. And what do you see in this picture? You see a black and a white horse. You see a guy with a whip. You see all kinds of energy around him. And and they're moving fast, but it's reversed. Forceful, no direction, no control, powerless, aggression, and obstacles. The reverse chariot appearance in a reading can help you realize that you have started too many projects of the same time and are now unable to resolve all conflicts in time. Obsessions with finding love, forceful in love, lack of ambition, too aggressive in career goals, rushing into a hesitant about financial decisions. The chariot reversal meaning can also be an indication of a lack of control and a direction over your life. You are at the mercy of opposing forces and obstacles and cannot seem to muster the strength to take over. Take your power back. That is what Source is telling you. Take it back. If someone has stole your voice, stole your power, stole your physical self, stole everything about you and run your world, and you are nothing now, take it back because you're far from nothing. That, my friends, is someone who is stuck in the union. They're not taking it serious for themselves, and they're stuck. If you are feeling alone like that and lack of friends, you are stuck. You have to fix yourself. You have to get yourself out of that. It's your choice. Think, reflect on it for a while. Ask Source, go off and sit on a log out in the wilderness where you hear nothing but a frog or a cricket and talk to Source. You don't even have to talk to him. Just think about what you want. He knows what you want. He's all that and then some. We got the 8. The death and the rebirth. Right now, we are dying, not physically, spiritually. We are letting the old crusty, crazy crap, chaos, life of the money and the changing of hands. And we are going into a rebirth right now. The realizing of how beautiful and lucky we are to be ourselves. Let go of the past. The future is unknowable. Change is unavoidable. There is no going back. Allow yourself to mourn. Death, rebirth is a gradual process. Shed your skin. The dark night of the soul, allowing innocence to be reborn. Focus on the short-term future, a change in beliefs, attitudes, and behavior. The death and rebirth card symbolizes cycles and changes. Death, birth is the death of the old and the birthing of the new. It is time to let go of the past and turn to face a new and unknown future with the awareness that there is no going back. It is time to begin again, sometimes with nothing but memories, and at other times with everything external unchanged, but with your mind so altered that everything seems different, strange, and unfamiliar. It is a time to pass from one stage or state of being to another, and to be transformed so completely that the person undergoing the change no longer recognizes themselves. They are the caterpillar that has become a butterfly, an irreversible process of transmutation, incomplete. The person they were is forever gone, and they have been reborn. Life as they know it is changed. Change can inspire many little painless deaths, and sometimes great deaths born of intense loss that must be mourned before we can face the future with excitement and anticipation once more. The loss of a spouse or a family member, the end of a long-term. My husband just showed me we've got a bunch of pineapple plants. Yeah, I gotta pause it for a minute. My dog. I'll be right back. Okay, change can inspire many little painless deaths, and sometimes great deaths born of intense loss that must be mourned before we can face the future with excitement and anticipation once more. The loss of a spouse or a family member, the end of a long-term relationship, or career retirement and illness are just a few experiences that can bring about a death and rebirth process. Ours is a perpetual journey of undoing, being, becoming. The death precedes rebirth can be quick and sudden, or slow and painful. In the process of dying, everything in life revolves around the death, the pain, the suffering, the anguish, the loss, the guilt, the anger, and the fear. The pain can be so real it is debilitating. The fear can be so paralyzing that it halts all growth and has one withdrawing from life itself. We can cycle around analyzing questions, preventing our wounds from healing, refusing to accept that life has changed and there is nothing that you can be done to restore it to what it was. That stage of life is over. There are only two choices: remain in limbo or accept reality, surrender to death, and be reborn. The rebirth process can also be problematic. It is not an instant process. Sometimes before we can soar, we must also learn how to fly all over again. Yes, our outlook can be positive, but the future is still unknown. Our beliefs have changed. Our perception and understanding of the world around us have changed. Our roles and purposes have changed. Our lives and state of mind and beings are not as they were. We know that we are capable of, but first we must learn and adapt to the changes that led to the little death in the first place. The death rebirth card is all about renewal, regeneration, and new beginnings. Like the season, we are bound by a cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Like the planet we dwell upon, we experience seasons and stages: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Spring is a time of new growth, summer a time of fertilization, autumn is time of letting go and dying, and winter a time of dormancy and regeneration. Autumn and winter can inspire feelings of loss and fear. We fear death and change because we do not know what comes after. But the truth is that we do know. But we are so accustomed to life as it is now that the idea of anything different creates resistance. There is, however, no halting change. And just as we know and trust that spring will follow winter, we can know and trust that after death we will be reborn. Death is just a gateway to a new reality, a new stage of life, of your journey. While rebirth is symbolic of an evolving and expanding consciousness. Yeah, so if you are bored and lonely, it's because you are not going into yourself. You are not loving yourself and what you're doing and trying to figure out why self is here. Self is in this little egg right here, that little baby. And as you see, the tail of the snake is going through the skulls, the black skulls, the dark nights of the soul, and it's shedding the old skin because it's green up here around the baby. It's new rebirth, protection of the rebirth of you. And with that, we got the strength, and strength is a number 7. No, it's an 8, excuse me. Strength is courage, bravery, confidence, compassion, self-confidence, and inner power. When you get the strength card in an upright manner during your reading, it shows that you have inner strength and fortitude during moments of danger and distress. Confidence drawing lovers, strong, caring relationships, self-mastery at work, bold career moves, taking big steps, large purchases, control spending. Getting the strength card means that you are a very patient individual who is likely to accomplish anything that they put their mind to. Your resilience will greatly aid you, and your fearlessness means that you should have no issues speaking your mind. Uh, and if you look at it, we have the death and rebirth, and we have the strength to do that. That reminds me of the Avatar movie when she said to her dragon, "I see you." And that's what she looks like with the lion, the strength. So now we've got the sixth of Earth, and the sixth of Earth is a family, is a community. He's the provider, protector, dependability, responsibility, duty, service, self-sacrifice. He's the matriarch of a family, whether it's a female or a male, the provider, and he's not going to take that chain off until he's done with his work because he is the provider of his family. So as that key, this is the old fashioned where they carry stuff on their shoulders, type of thing. And he's got the key to the lock around his neck, but he's got his work tool and his lunch in his hand, and he's not unlocking that piece of wood that's over his shoulders because he's at work. He's got his sword. I mean, he's free to leave, but when he leaves, he can't support his family, whether it's male or female. I'm saying he because it looks like he, but it could be masculine or feminine, whichever one. Um, he helps for the right reason, protecting animals and forests, important matters and needs. And, that makes sense too, because if we're going through the rebirth right here and using our unique self and reflecting on our self, where we would get to be like that, we would find people that are the protector, the strong ones, the ones that don't harm. Uh, those are far and few between, but they do exist in masculine or feminine energy, male or female. There is no gender on this other than he looks like a man. Lead by example, a time of sharing, learning about nature, responsibilities and duties, giving love, care, and support. All of us have a duty of care to both family and the environment. While the Six of Earth represents responsibilities and duties of care overall, it can also signify that there is a matter that needs to be taken care of in the present. If this is the case, do not forget, do not delay. Yeah, I mean, he teaches by word and deed, lead by example. If you have no children, the sixth of Earth comes to remind you that it is your responsibility to both humanity and Gaia to become the best person you can be. Help where you and when you can in your local community. Teach and share your knowledge. Whenever possible, lead by example and be responsible for your words and deeds within the broader community resources. And each of us need to do what we can do to protect the animals, forests, and oceans. We all have a duty to the environment and family. Yeah, we do. And he's not gonna, he's a very reliable masculine or feminine. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles was reversed. She's painting on a sunflower, and she's confident, but there's some blockages here. Selfish, unkept, jealous, insecure, greedy, materialistic, gold digger, intolerant, self-absorbed, and envious. You or someone close to you may pay excessive attention to the little things instead of doing what is really of value. Greed and carelessness can lead to problems. Shallow and selfish partner, relationship for wrong reasons. Bad business partner, unreliable or jealous colleague. Money mismanagement, hoarding. Alternatively, if the asker has been going through a period of stress or anxiety, this card reversed is a reminder to tend to their inner garden. They should be compassionate and gentle with themselves. Yes, be your inner gardener. You have to not only take care of Gaia, Earth, you have to take care of the Christ conscious within this avatar. So when you beat your avatar up, Christ is there and he's not happy. But this is a beautiful card too. And we have to make ourselves happy, because when we're happy, everybody around us can feel the happiness. When somebody's miserable, everybody around them can be miserable. So let's be happy. I'll tell you, I started a manifesting page and a gratitude page in a book, and I've been doing it almost every day, just about. And it is getting to be a really long list. I had 2 pages. 2 pages of things that I've manifested through thought. Most of them have come true, except for a few. And everything I'm grateful for, even if I can say on a day that I don't feel real grateful, but I'm still going to be grateful, because I know there was one little thing that Source probably created to make me happy that day, and something else didn't. So I'm going to be okay with it. Then we've got the 11, body and mind. And the 11 is an air. We've got a lot of air. It's body and mind. And I was just saying, we really have to take care of our garden inside, our body, our avatar. Be open-minded and questioning. You are only limited by your mind. Be discerning. How is your mind affecting your body? How is your body affecting your mind? Facts are certain. Opinions are not facts. We can only change ourselves. I keep telling everybody. And I still see people trying to change everybody around them but themselves. That is the hardest thing, other than the ego, to release, is that our body and mind, our opinions about everything. Because boy, we have a lot of opinions. I have a lot of opinions, but I need to sometimes keep my opinions to myself. They're my opinions, and sometimes things are better left unsaid. What is reality and what is imagination? What is fact and what is fiction? Can that which dwell within the mind have an effect on the body? And can the physical body affect the state of mind? The 11 of air symbolizes the need to keep a healthy understanding of a relationship between mind and body, and the power each can have over the other. It symbolizes being able to differentiate between fact and opinion, and to make room for the imagination within our realities, while still embracing a little bit of reality within our imagination. This may be a challenging card for some, because the eye can only see what the mind is willing to conceive. So the more rigid the mind, the more difficult it is to accept how much influence and power the mind and body have over each other. If the mind is unwilling or limited, then understanding is difficult, and acceptance in some circumstances may be impossible. We all know someone who, no matter how many times they are offered facts, not opinions or theories, still cannot believe unless they witness it with their own eyes or experience it personally. And even then, they still might not believe it. They are complete skeptics. Then there are others who are open to everything and question nothing. They would believe you if you were to tell them that you did not see a blue sky above, but instead it was a pink one. Yes, there are actually people. Yes, there's actually people who see and perceive colors differently, but this person is so open-minded that they would not consider that a lie if offered. They would not question or even consider that you might be lying to them. They are just so trusting and willing to believe in the good of others that they accept everything offered, whether the truth be or just deceit. So yeah, we've got to take care of the mind and body, and the body will affect the mind will affect the body. People can literally talk themselves into being ill. Seen it. I've seen it, and they've seen it in studies. But we have to take care of our avatar, because our Christ consciousness is within. And I don't think it's a pleasant journey. Now we've got the temperance. We've got the temperance, like I'm thinking 3 times back, and this one was upside down. And this is a number 14. And as you see, it's light to dark. Everything is a choice. Everything is a polarity. When someone makes a choice to do something, it's no one's fault but their own. They said it. They made the choice to say it out loud. They made the choice to make an opinion about someone. You got to look at it that way. I mean, if you say something to somebody and they have an opinion back, it's not for you to not let them verbalize their opinion. It's for you to see that they have a different opinion. That's a big ego trip. Be careful with the ego trips that nobody else's opinion is worth listening to, because my opinion is the only one that should be listened to. That is a big no-no. That is a dark side of the moon type thing. This is temperance, and it's reverse. It's imbalance, excessive, extremes, discord, reckless. Hastings, temperance is in reverse, is a reflection of something that is out of balance and may be causing stress and anxiety. Reverse temperance may also be used as a warning. If you take a certain path, if you could lead to turbulence and excess, going to extremes for love, all or nothing romance, impatient. Work life imbalance, all or nothing at job, rush job, reckless decision, failure to balance long-term needs with short-term happiness. You must reflect and think carefully about what needs to change. Temperance reminds us that all things are only good in moderation, and that we must examine in which aspects of our lives we're breaking the balance. Yeah, I see a lot of people unbalanced. And when they're unbalanced, you can tell. It's written all over their face. Let's see, we've got, now that was the end of the collective reading that I always do. Now this is the collective special message that I have been pulling because it wanted to be seen. And we got 2 of air choice, the polarity, the dark to light. Everything has an opposite. Duality divides and separates. Polarity unites and integrates. When you create, you also destroy. Embrace an open mind. Nothing is ever black and white. A choice between dichotomy and integration. Sometimes both parties can be right. Yeah, the 2 of air is duality. We obviously know what duality is. Are we picking the path of the dark, or are we picking the path of the light? Or are we picking a little bit of the dark and the light and balancing ourselves out? Because in the light, his chakras are lit up. In the dark, they're not seen. The balance beam of justice he's holding. So yeah, it's our decisions. Anything you blame somebody else for, you did it. So it's just you lashing out basically at you, but in another person, because you want to blame the other person. You don't want to blame yourself. We have to look at things like that within ourselves, because that's how we learn about ourselves. That's how we learn what's right and what's wrong to do. The opposite, the choice. And when anybody makes a choice to do something and they blame somebody else, that's their opinion, and they should be looking in the mirror and pointing fingers at themselves, and then they critique their problem and work it out. Now we got, with the choice, we got the Knight of Swords. I mean, we got he's like traveling. He looks like Johnny Badass, and he's going his own way. And he's not reversed. Assertive, direct, impatient, intellectual, daring, focused, perfectionist, ambitious. The Knight of Swords represents energy, speed, and determination. The asker is highly ambitious and motivated to manifest their ideas. This card is a reminder to slow down and enjoy the journey. Fear about intimacy, easily bored, partner, and decisive action. Getting things done, focus on career, efficiency, making big moves. Focus on financial goals, taking action, or financial goals, on financial goals. This card also signifies the asker's goals are within reach. They are ready to bring their plans into reality with focus, strength, and courage. We just got done saying that about people telling you, giving your opinion all the time. They need to work on their own damn opinion. Okay, now this is, we got a practical magic, a number 22, which is a master number. Honor your grief, my lost love. Now, this is basically not all about grief of heartbreak, but other ways to honor the grief, allowing yourself to grieve on your own terms for as long or as little as you need to. Don't let anyone tell you how to grieve, how to heal, or when you should move on. It's not a linear journey, and there will be steps forward towards healing and steps backwards that will leave you reeling, but that is all part of it. Be gentle with yourself and patient with the process. Allow yourself to fall back into the grief at unexpected times. Honor your grief honestly. If you do feel it, that's okay. If you don't feel it, that's okay too. There are no rules. Express your grief in whatever way feels right for you. An ocean of tears, a period of silence, a cleaning frenzy, a long walk, a strenuous workout, days cut off from everyone, or time as a social butterfly. Whatever helps you cope. Grief is personal and changeable and completely unpredictable, and no one should judge another person for how they react or behave. Give yourself the freedom to feel as deeply as you need to, for as long as required. Don't be pressured to get over it by a certain deadline. There is no schedule, no magic length of time after which you'll suddenly be fine. Grant yourself permission to fall apart when you have the time and space to be alone. But don't worry, if it happens when you aren't, you don't have to be strong for those around you. Put on a brave face in public or reassure others that you're coping. It's okay not to be okay. And if that makes things uncomfortable for some people, it's not your responsibility. There will be ups and downs. Some days will be harder than others, but hold your love and your memories close and be grateful for the time you had. We have to be grateful, even if we don't feel very grateful, because our Creator knows that we need that. Now, okay, we are going to read the Divine Master. We got Saint Germain, violet flame, alchemy, release the old, make way for the new. I think a lot of people are really hanging on to that 3D concept of dogma and how they've been trained and learned, and it's so hard to release. I see it. I'm guilty. It's hard to release. You've lived it for so long. The Count of Saint Germain was an 18th century European adventurer and alchemist. During his life on Earth, it is said that he rubbed shoulders with some of the most elite members of European society, but his background was shrouded in mystery. He was acknowledged to be a man of miracles because he was a noted alchemist and magician, and apparently never aged. He claimed to be over 500 years old. Though most likely this was a joke, he was known for giving public demonstrations of magic illusions and telepathy, and was probably a member of the Rose-Krishna order. Rumor has it that even though he moves in highly influential circles, he probably felt like an outsider because he was an illegitimate child. Thus, from the heavenly realms, he helps those who call on him to find their place in the world. He is also associated with a spiritual energy called the violet flame, which can be invoked to aid transformation. You are in a powerful vortex of transmutation and change. The violet flame of transformation is with you, and all that has felt heavy, overwhelming and dark is being transformed into opportunities for growth and freedom. Past dramas and traumas are now being cleared from your energy. And if you are concerned about how to move forward, know that willingness is enough and the universe will take care of the rest. Surrender and release the old, the past, and all that no longer serves you. In order for the new to center your life, you must make the energetic space to welcome it in. Know that what has happened to you will never define you, and that you have the ability to surmount all that has held you back. This is a time of alchemy where you take what feels like lead and turn it into gold, or in your case, health, wealth, and loving connections with others. That is a good card because we are kind of going to go into like this community type setting. I am going to read the new one. We've got a new one. We've got the Enchanted Map Oracle. This was my present to me yesterday. And I got it in the mail. So the first one we got was a number 30, which goes down to a 3, which we know is a divine message. And this is like making choices. That's like a beautiful card. It's like different dimensions you can see. And I see white feathers of the bird. That's like, it's like a bird in the nest over here, and it's like water and mountains over here. So it's like making a choice. Nothing like pulling it out of the book and not holding the page. Okay. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next action. Whatever that choice is, you must take responsibility for it. Yet you needn't be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now because the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and traveled a few steps. Trust your intuition, ask for a sign from spirit, and you will be led to the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one at this time. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. That's a great card and a great message. And there's the angel feathers, which is the angel's calling card. Now we got a 10, and what's interesting is this is rock bottom. Surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. As difficult as it may be to accept, it seems that you've reached a point where you can go no further in this same manner in which you've been doing things. Perhaps you've hit a proverbial brick wall or experienced a deep sense of loss and don't know where to turn. The old way of doing things must be discarded fully in order to move onward and upward. A new direction and a new strategy are called for. The only way out is through surrender. Accept things as they are and admit that you have no idea what to do next. If you wait in that heartfelt moment of release, then a stairway will appear like magic, and all manner of synchronicities will show you the way to higher ground. The rock bottom card is a sign that a miracle is about to occur, but only if you let go completely. I like this card because the first card we got was the make a choice, and it's a beautiful card. And we do have to think about, we have to make our own choices. And then you get the rock bottom. When you hit the rock bottom and you realize you're going through your dark night of the soul, when you're picking on yourself and looking at all your things that you do, that you've hit rock bottom. And I think that was a great message. And the next one we got was home, 27. It's 9. 9 goes into itself. Home, you are comfortable in your own skin. You belong. Peace, security, safety, belonging, and all the features one would want from home are indicated now. The home card represents an invitation to experience what it's like to be secure in your own skin, to live comfortably no matter what is happening in the world around you. It is a time for opening your eyes to your tribe or like-minded people. Or one special person who makes you feel like you've come home. Home is love, and love is all around you now. Whenever your inquiry, you are where you're meant to be, and will repeat great benefits by staying on this path. Regardless of where it leads, home will always be with you. It is where the heart is. Uh, That is an interesting card for me because I always felt like Florida was my home. No matter where in Florida I was, that was my home because I grew up there. I missed it. I guess I was the only kid in my family. My dad called me the Florida girl. I spent more time in Florida than my brothers. Eric was born in Florida, but he moved out of Florida when he was like, I don't know, 9. My mom and grandma and them took him to California, but I always wanted to, and I started coming, I kept coming back to Florida for a while, but about 84, I left Florida. And I never got back there until now. So yeah, my heart was always, Florida was always home to me. And my husband, Pennsylvania is home to him. That's where he was raised. That's where he went to school with. We feel that sense of home where we went to school and where we grew up. But that really isn't our home. It was just kind of our home in the past. And we're still thinking of that home. And when you get down there, it's you're married and it's not like the home was. It's not, you didn't have that comfort mom and dad to run home to. And you have them make it everything better. But we did get a really cool card at the end of that. The home, we got the rock bottom, making choices, rock bottom, and home. We got the Golden Palace, number 23, which is 5, which is total change. The Golden Palace card represents good fortune, ambitions, fulfillment, wealth, and prosperity. It may also indicate emotional fulfillment, as perhaps you're entering a time of happiness that's long overdue. The message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Instead, it comes from what you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and a furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to even greater riches. Now, share the wealth. That is great because we are going to go into the Golden Jubilee, and that is where we're going. And we are going to be able to work on ourselves and make the planet beautiful and do everything that we were never allowed to do because the cabal like had us in their little midst. Okay, now we've got the other, got 2 more. And Magical Spirit Oracle gave the best and spit an extra card out, and I had to take it because I just love this new deck. There is a reason you have those dreams. The Mystic, Intuition, High Priestess, and Visionary. I've been having dreams and talking to people, but I'm not sure who they are. And I did have a dream the other day. I was having a conversation with my father, and I think I had a conversation with my husband. It was in a dream. But I've been having a lot of conversations with people, and I really don't remember kind of what they are and who they are, but I can remember conversations. I don't know. It's crazy. Trust that I am powerful, visionary. You're a mystic. Stop doubting your insights, visions, and dreams. Your magic and intuition are on the rise. You are more powerful right now than you might think. Trust that there is a reason you have been given these things at this time. A hidden layer just beneath the surface will soon appear. Take special note of any vision, particularly night dreams, new desires, new life goals, or seemingly random ideas you'd like to take action on. Have you had any recently? Ponder and pay attention. Perhaps there is one or more coming. You are a strong portal of connection. It is time to take a closer look within. And when you do, don't invalidate yourself. Believe, take inspired action, and heed the signs. There are omens pointing that way, patterns, signs, and repeating themes. Observe, allow, and listen. We've had that card before. Listen, listen, hear, hear. You know, a lot of people do not listen. That is a big problem. We just don't listen. None of us. We're all guilty. I'm guilty. If I don't like the conversation, I just tune it out. Then I don't listen. So yeah, we all have to take time, observe, and listen. What? The peanut gallery in the background. He's playing Charlie Brown or something. I don't know what he's doing. Okay. And I love this one. That was a 1. And we got the peanut gallery in the background. I don't even know what he said. And we got a 20. You don't need it. All figured out. The gifted guide, stars, chaos, and opportunity. Ooh, and it's the magic mushroom. I heard today that they are starting to use psychedelics on anxiety, people that have anxiety. I think I need to go to testing on that. I'd like to go test on some magic mushrooms, man. Those are great. You see all kinds of stuff like that. Like she's seeing a magic mushroom. I embrace uncertainty. Luck is on my side. Let the magic mushroom be your guide and lucky charm at this time. Allow him to show you a more surrendered way of life. He invites you to embrace chaos, uncertainty, and the unknown, to stop controlling things so much and let go, to learn into fluidity instead of strategy at this time. The universe is on your side more than you believe. He speaks to you. Oh, silly human, don't you see? You don't need it all figured out. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Nobody has all the answers, and that's the fun part. You are not supposed to. That would make life terribly boring and painfully uninteresting. To know exactly what to do, where to go, and when to do it, and who to be in all moments, that would suffocate the magic and excitement of life. What would be the point then? The adventure is in the uncertainty. It is not your enemy, it's your friend. He visits you to offer a special gift, the gift of luck, opportunity, and possibilities. Within new and uncertain spaces that you could not see before, accept his offering and ease the tension and control you have in certain areas of your life. Sometimes letting things be free, allow them to turn into the powerful, soulful, wild things they are. This goes for us all well. Most things seek to be trusted and free. I love that. Oh, there's more. Hey, I like that too. Pulling the gifted guide card can be an omen that there is something you have been trying to figure out that you don't need to. Let it go and move forward. It will unfold as it's meant to. This card can also be a sign to stop comparing your journey with those of others, as if you feel behind or everyone knows something you don't. It's untrue. Most people play pretend in this cosmic game of life. You don't need a master plan or to know how exactly what to do. Just take a step and set an intention. Luck is on your side. Find a small object that you've felt drawn to lately and make your lucky charm. It can be a bead, stone, necklace, hand clip, whatever. Let it be a talisman. Keep it on you or near you as a reminder. If you feel doubtful or worried, call upon your luck to assist you. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. Okay, we got one more and we're done. And this is the card I've been waiting for. This is the gateway of light activation. And this is the I am present. Light body activation, ascending the divine within. The I am presence is frequently mentioned in the ascending master teachings. It's the individualized presence of the divine that rests within us all. Personally, I see no difference between the I am present and what other people call the inner teacher or higher self. It's the aspect of divinity that lies within us, offering us great wisdom. It's the inner Buddha or Christ consciousness. It's the part of our soul that is never forgotten, that it's connected to divine love. Even when our faith is challenged, there's a part of us that knows there's something out or in there, and it's the I am. This card is the gateway that allows you to reflect upon the fact that the incredible, infinite, divine being is within you, always aligned with love and always offering wisdom. For a long time, the I am has been dormant, and we have been encouraged to believe we are insignificant and powerless. But the more we connect with the divine, the more we realize that it's resting gently within us. We are the divine expressing itself. We are a faucet of the God particle having an individual experience, but we are part of the whole. You are experiencing a great shift, which is helping you understand yourself in ways that previously impossible. This is an exciting time. You are connected with the highest form of intelligence within you. The body of light within you is growing brighter, and you are becoming aware of how your actions and choices affect the unfolding of your future. The bright light you are is expressing itself unapologetically. I love this reading, and I think this was a beautiful reading. We have to be careful with the alter ego. That's the personal clone or the second self. We all have a second self. We know it. God knows it. Sometimes we don't want to admit it, but it's there. And if you're feeling alone, it's because you're not finding yourself yet. Once you find yourself, and you have the divine creation living inside of you, and you know that every moment that your heart beats, your creator is with you and you are part of him and you are his co-creator. That's when your life will change. You won't need anybody around you. You won't have to have any. It's nice to have friends and family, but you won't need it. You know who you are and you know what you need. And our mission. And I don't know what I think my mission is this, but we'll see what happens in the days to come. Maybe this isn't my mission. Who knows? But anyway, I love everybody, and may every step in your journey be magical. And like I always say, just be you.